Okay, so good morning everybody. It is very chilly here in Houston and I don't like it. So anyway, this boat here, we've been doing a lot of work on this boat. We've done a tremendous amount of work on this boat. We had to replace the air pump. We'd already serviced this. He went out and ran it, and then when he was having issues, he brought it back to us and the air pump had gone out. Fortunately for him, he had caught it early enough. We did find some shavings, metal shavings, in the fuel rails. So when Michael pulled it off, we ultrasonically cleaned the fuel rails and everything, cleaned out all the lines, sent the injectors and the air injectors down to our good friend who did the clean-up. There was one that was way off, and we got them back, got it all back together, and it runs like crap. So first we thought we had a foul plug, so we went through and checked the plugs, then we went through and checked every coil. We hooked up the computer. I mean, we did everything. Well, finally, we decided we would check the diaphragm. And this diaphragm has a tear in it, right here. So we're waiting on the parts, Mr. UPS, to come, bring us the parts and put this back together. We strongly believe, and we spoke to another guy, that this is without a doubt the problem. So we're going to put this back together, fire it up, and hopefully it does solve the problem. We went through and double checked also the fuel pressure, the air pressure. We also went and checked the, you can back pressure the pump to make sure that none of the reeds are broke. You're supposed to maintain about 80 psi, so we went through and did that, and all indications was we didn't really, there was no problems with this here. We also got in here and put a one of those scopes down and checked the reeds down at the bottom. All the reeds were good there. So really what it boiled down to is this little bad boy here, and hopefully the UPS guy will get here and we'll get this buttoned up. This is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving tomorrow, so we're trying to get this boat finished up for this guy, and we're at the mercy of the UPS guy. So
it's not going to be here till Friday.
Huh?
It's not going to be here till Friday.
Okay, so it's not going to be here till Friday, so I'm going to go take a nap and do something else. But anyway, that's kind of the update on this. This boat, as you know, we've done a tremendous amount of work on this boat. This customer was thinking about buying a new boat and basically looked and went, wow, I'm not going to spend that kind of money. I'd rather just invest in my boat. And he has invested quite a bit of money in this boat. He's owned this boat for a long time, but his friends have driven it more than he has. And now he's retired, he's spending more time relaxing and fishing himself. So we want to get it in tip-top conditions for him so he can get out there, start. Everything else on the boat is working just fine. And actually it's running, it runs and it'll be running okay, and then it'll go bloop, like it's dropped a cylinder, and it'll do it again and it'll go bloop. So anyway, enough on that. Let's go back here. We've got a nice Yamaha that we're working on, one of my favorites. So let's go back here and look. Okay, so this is a high school fishing boat. He brought it in for several reasons. He was a little concerned about the engine or whatever. It didn't start, this, that, and the other. Well, you know, as Murphy will always is, you know, we hooked it up and it fired up first thing this morning, and it's pretty cold. So the plugs were not in the best of shape, so Michael has changed the plugs out on this morning. The carburetors were very clean, as you are familiar. We're very familiar with these. We've done several videos on these carburetors, how to rebuild these carburetors, etc. So one of the things that we do to double check is we pull the bolts on the bottom, or the nuts or whatever they are. It depends from carburetor to carburetor. We pull these out and we have a rag underneath and we see what comes out. These were exceptionally clean. Also the carburetors on the backside were exceptionally clean. Choke was working well. I always feel like on these boats, and I turn the motor around, so Michael's going to be really upset with me. So let me turn it back the other way. Damn it. Sorry. I don't know if you're allowed to say that. So obviously the usual fuel filter down here. Yamaha's parts prices are really good. So on these pumps, we just replace the pumps because you can get the pump for $45 and it's 20 some odd dollars for the part, so it's not worth rebuilding. We just pull the pump off and slap a new pump on it. We've got to check out the things that hold down the cowling. We've got a lot of extra wires back here, which we're going to figure out what they all go to. But this, was pretty impressed. This thing fired right up this morning. So some of the things on the boat's got to have a clean up, check to make sure why the this monitor thing isn't working correctly. That graph isn't working correctly. And this thing here is only working in one direction. So something tells me there's a loose connection somewhere. It'll turn left but won't turn right. So we've got to get to the bottom of that. So my suspicion is there's a loose connection in there somewhere that's just breaking up on it. So anyway, that's kind of the update for today. We want to try to get some of these things finished up so then we can go and enjoy Thanksgiving with our families. I'd like to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy. And of course, this comes out on Friday, so it will have been over. But if you get a chance, if you live in the Houston, Texas area, Michael would love to earn your business, so think of him and give us an opportunity to earn your business. Thank you.